Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over. In the last episode, we saw China get found and a few small wars. But with that out of the way, let's get into this. First, we've gone over to the ideology layer because Italy are going through some elections and we find that a dictator gets put into power. So, over the next year or so, they get really friendly with the two other dictatorships in this area. And as a result of that, they decide to make an alliance. This alliance is going to be known as the Diamond Alliance. We've gone up to the British Isles because we're going to see a bit more exploration of Ireland. So we see that Cornwall is going to make a landing in the southern point of Ireland and explore along the coastline. And we also see that Scotland is going to explore the rest. So they're going to have a look at a treaty which will decide how they split up Ireland. In this treaty, we see that Cornwall gets the southern part of Ireland and Scotland get the middle of Ireland. So these are your new borders of the British Isles. We're also going to go a bit further north because we see that Finland, Sweden and Norway is going to explore the rest of the Nordics. Now let's have a look how that's going to be divided up. In this peace treaty, we see that Norway gets this little chunk of coastline, Sweden gets this, and then the rest gets given to Finland. Before we go away from Finland, we're going to see that they're going to explore these islands up here. And they're also going to be travelling along the North Sea. And then they make a landing over on the eastern coast of Ireland. But Scotland also makes a landing. So they're going to be fighting to see who can get the most land the quickest. But unfortunately for Finland, the Scottish cut them off, which leads to the Scottish exploring the rest of the land. So that means that in the peace treaty, they did not get as much land as they would have wanted to. We've gone over to the Magentan team because they're going to be attacking Tan. So we see them deploy their troops straight along the border, particularly focusing up the coastline. And within a matter of a few weeks, they're already at the border of the capital. So they carry on pushing round, going all the way round and meeting up with the green team's border. And then after a few more days, over here surrenders, which just leaves the capital, which after about 3 days surrenders as well. So let's take a look at a peace treaty. In this peace treaty, they are fully annexed into the Magentan team. Over in China, we see that these two groups are going to carry on exploring around their surroundings after breaking off from Myanmar in the last episode. So they carry on going up and then they go around the coastline and up through this river, I think. In the end, they've explored about this much. And now let's see what they take. We see that the yellow team takes lots of land southern to them, and the green team takes a bit more northern land. So we're going to see that the yellow team's going to put their capital right here, and the green team is going to decide to put theirs a bit further north in this gap right here. Actually no, let's put it there. We've gone over to the Belarusian region because we're going to see that this orange team and this cyan team is going to be uniting, because the orange team has a lot of instability and they think if they're going to unite it's going to be a bit better. So we see that they're going to unite under one flag. We've gone back over to Italy and the Dutch because they want to have a border together. So they're going to attack Switzerland to get a border together. So first we see Italy attacks around their border, but it comes to a halt after a few days because they see that Brittany has came to the aid of Switzerland because they think that they'll be going for them next. So that brings in the Star Alliance. So in the next episode we're going to see the war between the stars and the diamonds. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe as we're trying to reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Please take note that I'm going to be starting my own viewer Wixo. But with that being said, goodbye.